Welcome fellow Dazzlers and New Players alike to another Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Movelist video. What is going on, everybody? Hey, Razzle Joestar here, bringing you the tutorial video for Mohammed Avdol, or Avdol if you prefer the Japanese version. I don't know why they changed that. I know a lot of the name changes were due to copyright reasons, but anyways. So, you all seem to like the Jotaro video, so we're going to go ahead and do the Avdol video. And I'm going to also organize this a little bit differently than the previous one. In Jotaro's video, we did stand-off moves first and then stand-on moves. I'm instead going to do this a little bit more traditional. So we're going to go over all the neutral moves for all modes first, then all the special moves, and then finally all the super moves. So that way, if you guys want to just brush up on his move list for his super moves, there's going to be a chapter list in the description. You can skip straight to that. So that being said, let's get started here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and go over how to set up the quote-unquote training mode so you can practice against a kind of like a dummy, because, you know, arcade games don't have a training mode. So if you have MAME cheats enabled, what you want to do is you're going to go to cheats, and then you put on infinite time, infinite power. Sometimes it does that, I don't know why. Infinite energy for player 2, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and get this started. Also, real quick, if you would like what you see in this video, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. By subscribing, you join our Dazzler community, and that's what I call my subscribers. And ring the bell so you can get notified on when we do things. As you may have noticed, if you're a Dazzler on this channel, I tend to kind of put things out randomly. So this is a good way of keeping on top of that. And we also have ways to support the channel as well, down in the description below, such as Ko-fi, Patreon, and TubeBuddy. Enough about that. You're here to see Magician's Red. I am so into this character that I'm even doing this with my shirt off, but I'm pretty sure my normies in the audience don't want to see a shirtless anthropomorphic Fennec, so enough yammering, let's get started here. So Avdol kind of has some good tools for up-close combat and tools for distance, so let's go ahead and show some of those off. Also, I will be using numpad notation, as a lot of people in the JoJo's community uses numpad notation. If you're not familiar with numpad notation, I'll have a little diagram in the bottom left corner that'll show you what that is. It's basically just mapping the directions on a joystick to each number on a numpad. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with the standoff neutral. So we've got his 5A, 5B, 5C. So 5A, 5B, 5C. Of note too is if you're up close and you push 6A, here's a little shin kick there. And then if you do forward, I think it's forward 6B, no, forward 6C. That's his grab. If you're too close, you'll do a grab with that. But if you do 6C, Magician's Red will come out and do this nice little fire burst for you. Then we've got his jumping move, so that'll be 8A, 8B, 8C, so 8A, 8B, 8C. Nothing really special with those, and then you have his crouching standoff, which is going to be 2A, 2B, and then you got a nice little knockdown there for 2C. You also have some dash moves too. I forgot to go over those in Jojo's video, so let's go over those here. So dashing is going to be notated by 6-6. So you got 6-6A, which actually kind of looks like that, but is a knockdown version. You got 6-6B, which is just that, but it isn't knockdown, and 6-6C, which gives you a nice. There we go. It's supposed to be his little swipe there. I was kind of mistiming it there. And that's pretty much it. That's all you really need to know about the neutrals there for stand off. But let's go ahead and stand on. So for stand on, we have 6A, 6B's, not 6A. We have A, B, C there. Bing, 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 bing. If you hold 6 and A, you get this nice little flame here. It's kind of a nice little thing. A thing you gotta note too is if a character is ducking, it actually won't hit them. So watch out for that. And then we have his crouching moves, so we got 2A, 2B, and a nice little overhead instead of a knockdown for 2C. Although we have no special aside from that. Okay, now we have his jumping moves, so we've got 8A, 8B, 8C. So 8A, 8B, 8C. These two look a little similar. That's A and that's B, but one of them does a nice little fire attack for a little bit more extra strength when you do it. And then we have his dash moves. So we have 6-6A, 6-6B, 6-6-6-6C, if I can. There we go. Nice little multi-hit dash moves there. Don't forget too, if you're dashing, you can also push 2 to cancel out of a dash, like immediately. And don't forget, when you're in stand-on mode, you can double jump. So you can kind of leap on in and, I don't know. As a reminder too, these are just general move list videos. I'm not doing combos or anything like that. This is just to get you guys started if you're just looking for a video move list that provides some commentary so you kind of know what the heck you're working with. Okay, and then we have his remote mode. Yes, Avdol is a stand user that can use his stand at long range, unlike Jotaro. So if you are in stand-on mode, just do forward and then 2 attack buttons, and Magician's Red will separate. If you are in stand-off mode and you want to kind of open up with a good offense to go straight in the stand-on mode, what you gotta do is 2, 3, 6 and a stand button, and you'll see Magician's Red comes out like that, and it does damage as well. So the move list, while you have the neutral moves, while you have Magician's Red out in control mode, or remote mode as I call it, is pretty much generally the same as a stand-on mode. There isn't much of a difference with that. Although you might want to be careful when you have remote mode on, because if Jotaro here gets over Magician's Red, he can pummel Avdol here with no consequences. And yeah, notice the stand meter too. If he gets pummeled enough, Magician's Red will disappear in a stand crash. But let's go ahead and show it anyways. So we've got our neutral game here, 6A, B, and C, including that nice little flame there. 2A, B, C, jumping A, jumping 2B, jumping 2C, and we got the dashes. Something too, real quick to mention about remote mode is Avdol, or Magician's Red, gets a new trick when you're in remote stand-on mode, and that's if you hold down, if you're jumping and you hold down, or if you hold 2 and you push A, B, or C. You get this nice little downward drill kick. It's kind of hard to see if you do it when you're not in a double jump, but there it is right there. It's very quick, and it's a good way to kind of bring Magician's Red down from an attack. Let's say you double jump, someone else double jumps, and they're about to pummel you, but you kind of drill your way down. Or, you know, somebody gets underneath you while you're trying to jump over them, and you kind of just hit them with that. So, there you go. That is all of the neutral moves. So let's go ahead and go over the special moves. One of Avdol's most useful special tools for special moves, is going to be the Crossfire, which is your traditional, literal, in this case, fireball move. So when you're in standoff mode, 236A, 236B, 236C, it determines how, not how far, but it determines the speed that it travels. When you're in standoff mode, notice how it doesn't really go that far. It's about halfway across the screen. Even when you're up close, you kinda gotta be close to hit them with it when you're in standoff. Now when you're in stand-on mode, that's a different story. If you're up close like this, you can easily hit them. So, same idea here, except your strength determines how far it travels as well. So you have your 236A, 236B, 236C. Let's back it up a little bit. This stage kind of gets wide, as you can see. Some stages, I noticed, don't go all the way big. So let's do this all the way big. So 236A, 236B, and notice 236C doesn't go all the way across. If it was a little bit more forward, we'd surely peg them. Now, when you're in remote mode, it's generally the same rules as being in stand-on. Alright, next we have... Not that. We're not doing not that. We're not doing that one yet. That one's fun though. We're doing the flame sensor. So flame sensor is going to be 214. Oh, that looks like that's not really a cool move. No, not that. What's up with that? He just shoots something and it disappears? Well, there's a trick. You have to hold down the button you use. So if you hold down 214A, now we've got something. 214B. It's kind of like a slow-moving fireball, but the nice thing about this is it can create annoying setups. And if you play the computer, like depending on what difficulty you're on, they will do this constantly to you. Because you can also still move and do things even while that's going. So you can throw this little sucker out, and then like, oh, they go, oh, I'm going to jump over it. Okay, then you're going to jump up and harass them. Another thing to note too is that you can let it go whenever you want. Granted, they only travel a certain distance, and again, what button you use will determine that distance and speed, but that's just a nice little tool for you to do. Stand-on mode, it's generally the same thing. I believe, yeah. Yeah, generally the same thing. This is one that has real no difference between the different modes that you use. There you go, 214. A and stand-on, and then we have remote mode. Note how I'm letting go of the button there instead of letting it go all the way to Jojo. Alright, so next we have the flame pillar, or firewall, whatever you want to call it. So the firewall is your typical Shoryuken motion, so that's going to be 623 and then an attack button. So that was 623A, 623B, 623C. Note, I believe you can get punished out of... You can get punished out of that. By the way, if he's going out, and like Jojo where the sensor plan him out to punch him before he does the rising up, you're gonna get knocked out of it. Although once he starts rising up, you have a few short invincibility frames at the beginning there, kind of like a Shoryuken. But let's see what happens when we put stand-on mode on. So we've got 623A, 623B, 623C. Notice how Avdol follows him in this one instead of Magician's Red going out and forward. And things do change a little bit when we go into remote mode. Look familiar? So when he's in remote mode, he uses the same attack that he does, or the same version of the special, as when he's in standoff mode. That's a cool thing to notice there. Alright, so next up we have the Fire Eagle. So Fire Eagle, I think you kind of saw me do it on an accident. Fire Eagle is in the air. You got to do it in the air. It's going to be 236A. Sends out that nice little kick there. So that's going to be 236A, 236B, 236C when you're in the air. Now when you're in stand-on mode, things get a little bit more fun. You can do 236A, Avdol hops back, and it puts Magician's Red straight into stand-on mode. If I can, there we go. And you can use it also when you're in stand-on mode as well. And as far as I know, the ABC doesn't really change much with the attack, so it's not like Crossfire where you're gonna get it to come out faster. Okay, then you saw me do this one a few times on accident. That's called the Hellfire. So what it is it's a grab, and Magician's Red does that nice little thing, and you get a bit of, if I can do it right, Jojo onomatopoeia there. To do it, it's 6, 3, 2, 1, 4, and an A, B, or C. So you're going to do what's called a half circle back, and then you're going to hit it. And it does change a little bit when you go from stand on to stand off mode. So there it is in stand off. Now when you go to stand on, see there it is in stand off. Now we go to stand on. You know how there's a bit of a distance with it, right? He wasn't able to grab Jojo, even though in stand off mode he was able to. That's because in stand on mode, what button you use will give you more range. So check it out. So we got Jojo right there. I'm gonna try to get this going with the A version. So there he is. Can't grab him when he's in A, but let's say we do B, or we do C, and we can give him a nice burn there. And of course we have the ability to do it in a remote mode as well. But he follows the rules that his normal stand-on does. And that about it takes care of all of the special moves for Avdol. Not too difficult of a character to learn how to play, right? But wait till you see the super moves. If you thought those were hot, you thought his normal moves were hot, and his special moves were spicy, these things are just napalm hot. Okay, I was going to try to do the super, but... Alright, so let's go over his supers. So a good thing about a lot of his supers is there's no real big difference between his stand-on and stand-off variants, or maybe worse, to some people that means less tools to work with, but it also means that you don't have to consider, oh no, I'm in stand-off mode, this thing's going to work completely different. So first we have his Napalm Bomb, which is going to be 2, 3, 6, and 2 attack buttons. It sends forward a nice little wave, and if you hit someone up close with it, it'll knock them back as well. Let's go ahead and show that off in stand-on mode. And then we got remote mode. Oh, that's something else. But we'll go over that shortly. Magician's Red apparently is not amused. I messed up my moves though. So there we go. Alright, so next up we got the Crossfire Hurricane Special. That's going to be 2, 1, 4, and then 2 of your attack buttons. So you get this nice little jump kick in the air, I guess. Nah, it's going to be this. Sends out a nice close range blast of arcs, but you do have to be relatively close range to do this. Like say you're right here. Okay, let's say you're about that far away. It's not really gonna work. I mean, you saw at the end there, I did hit him with like 1 or 2, but if you're kind of long range like this, and when you're in stand-on mode, same general rules. If you're too far, you're not gonna get the full effect there. And then you have remote mode, which, yeah, no difference between the 3 modes, but it sounds cool. So next we got the Red Heat Ankh. So this is going to be 6, 2, 3, and then your 2 attack buttons. So you notice Magician Red put something in the ground. Now, for this to work properly, you have to hold the button down while you... the 2 button, or you can only hold 1. You can hold 1, you don't have to hold both of them down. You have to hold at least 1 button, because this, my friend, is a trap. So, he throws it down, and boom. And like most of his other supers, there's really no big difference with whatever mode you use. The nice thing too is that does cause a knock into the air, and they cannot tech out of that knock, so you got yourself a nice setup for a combo there, potentially. Okay, and then finally we have his tandem combo. So as a reminder, tandem combos let your stand go out and you can create a custom combo. So when you are in stand off mode, that's going to be 2, 1, 4, S. And then while he does that little animation there, you can input commands. You can even input supers. See if I did it right. Yeah. When you're in stand-on mode, same input. Although, note that it puts you back into stand off mode, and when you have your stand out in remote mode, you can still do it. But it again puts you into stand off mode. So there's a couple more things here we have to get over. So we have his roll. As a reminder, in Jojo's, rolls kind of give you a nice little invulnerable move there to kind of get past attacks and get around opponents. Each character has a different speed for rolls too, so keep that in mind. Not everybody dodges at the same speed. And then we have guard cancel, which I'm going to attempt to show. Basically, while you're guarding, you do 6, 2, 3 and an attack button. So the other person has to be hitting you with like it's something that typically is multi-hits. I mean, you could do it with just one hit, but given that I don't have a buddy here to do the move, I'm going to try to see if I can show that off for you guys here. So let me see here. There you go. There's his guard cancel. Let's see that again. There you go. So guard cancel is like kind of like a nice little offensive move you can use to kind of get yourself out of something where someone's just pummeling you with multiple hits. Again, it's 6, 2, 3, and then one of your attack buttons. Okay, and then I think after that we've got his taunts. Yes, because you need to have your taunt game. We got that for his stand on mode, and then kind of just does the same thing for stand for remote mode. But then you've got a couple different taunts for stand off mode. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Again, this is just a basic tutorial. It's meant to kind of just show you the move list and provide commentary so you kind of know a little bit more what you're doing. I just kind of like the idea of having a video move list to like show you guys stuff, because like, you know, we can all read move list sheets, but having a video that shows these, I mean, as amateur as they are, at least it's kind of like a visual way of seeing it. I know I've seen a couple move list videos, but they tend to be no commentary, and I know commentary tends to be a divisive thing with, especially with retro games, but I think having commentary allows for like explanations of the different things. Like I've seen some videos where it's like they go over all these things, but then they don't mention like, oh, there's a difference between this mode or that mode or whatever. That, and having the joystick lets you hear my inputs. So if you're struggling with like the timing for that, say, well, you can hear the click, 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 and then you can keep that in mind. Maybe. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully now you're better equipped to burn some opponents as Avdol. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. So, as usual, make sure if you like the video to deposit a like and to comment and subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll join my lovely community of Dazzlers. That's what I call my subscribers. Although non-subscribers are welcome as well, fellow new players, as I like to call them. If you're interested in helping support the channel as well, we have things in the description that you can check out, such as Ko-fi, which is good for one-time donations if you don't want to commit to something like our other way of supporting the channel, which is Patreon. And we're working on some cool rewards to have for you guys, aside from just, hey, here's your credits. Here's your name in the credits. We don't have credits now, but I mean, we have like one donator right now. And then we also have TubeBuddy as well, which is a really cool tool that you can use if you are a fellow YouTube creator. This video was most likely brought to you by TubeBuddy. I know a lot of people go looking for tutorials, but by using TubeBuddy's useful features like the Keyword Explorer, we can find what tags, keywords, and search items people are looking for so they can find this video. And with that being said, my name is Razzle Joestar. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, to be continued. Crossfire!